storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.
Transformers. Some other movies.
Original or the ones after that? Or
whatever. When did they start? Like 2007?
Yeah. Oh.
Seen as a Family Man.
Oh, well, there we go. Okay.
Bad Boy Has a Family. Used to be a rapper.
I mean, well, yeah. There we go. I mean, yeah. Wow. What?
So, as I said, I met Mark Wahlberg in December of 2010 at his movie premiere for The Fighter. And that night, I was sexually assaulted by Sumner Redstone in front of Mark Wahlberg. And, you know, Brad Gray's there. Lots of people are there. They're all laughing at it. So basically what Sumner did that was inappropriate is I'm telling him, like, hey, I was just sexually assaulted by Brad Gray. And he's laughing like, it is what it is. Who cares? And so what Sumner does is he grabs me, you know, like, I'm 5'9". I don't know how tall Sumner is, but he's definitely tall. He was taller than me. And he's a big man, like Harvey Weinstein big. So he grabs me from behind and he wraps his blazer around me and he's like rubbing his dick on my back and on my butt in front of his girlfriend, who I think ended up suing him. But like all these people are there and Mark Wahlberg just goes, oh, you know, this is what happens in the business, but it's worth it. So I'm already looking at him like, And then the second time I engaged with him was at the SAG Awards in 2011 when Brad Gray introduced me to Harvey Weinstein. And Mark is there, and you know, Brad is like, oh, you should work with Harvey on your dark comedy. And Mark Wahlberg is laughing because he knows what work with Harvey Weinstein means. It's like, you're going to get sexually assaulted. So my issue was this man was just like, okay, well, what was going on, and just trying to be like, just go with it. It'll be worth it. You'll be, you know, famous and rich and all that after. And I'm like, you could have stopped it. And then it started to make sense why he didn't stop it, because he's engaging in it too. So fast forward to the summer of 2012, I went to a very exclusive restaurant in Beverly Hills with friends. We went for brunch, and Mark Wahlberg was there with two of his kids and another man. And Mark Wahlberg kept staring at me throughout, you know, while I was eating. And I didn't know if he was staring at me because he remembered me from the year prior, or if he was just like, found me interesting. I don't know, because people stare at me because they find me interesting sometimes. So I ended up going to the bathroom. It always happens in the bathroom. He follows me into the bathroom. He walks up to me, he calls me by my name, he says hello, he does the whole hug me, grab my butt, kiss my forehead, kiss my cheek, and then he's like, he just walks away. He doesn't say anything after he does this. So I'm like, you just basically groped me and then you walked away. And when I came out of the restroom, I tried to pay for the bill so we can all leave, and the server goes, Mark already paid for your meal. Wow. And then next thing you know, I think he was either in like a Rolls Royce or like a Bentley or a Phantom, or I forgot what kind. It was around there though. So you can see him leaving in his car. So I was like, okay, I have my experiences with this man. It was what it was. I didn't feel like he like, you know, penetrated me or anything. So I was like, I just let it go. And then after our first interview, one person came into my inbox and they were telling me about their close friend who was in, I wouldn't say a relationship with Mark Wahlberg, but he was very possessive of this boy. The boy couldn't leave Mark's sight. He had to stay with him at all times. He had to lay with him. He sexually assaulted him and raped him a few times, allegedly. The boy currently has mental issues. He thinks about committing suicide sometime. Mark Wahlberg is still harassing this boy. His wife knows about it. Everybody in his camp knows about it. And so when I heard that story, I was like, yeah, because I have a very close friend in my life who also told me in the early 90s that he had a friend who was, I want to say like Puerto Rican, and Mark was in love with him. It was never anything sexual, but he could never leave his side. He had to like lay with him, be under him and his control. And then now, I think like years after that relationship or whatever you want to call it, the dude ended up in prison. And just like the dude who I said, the younger guy now whose very close friend is in my inbox, this boy has mental issues and he thinks about harming other people. So it's something about what this man does to these people, because somebody else rolled up in my inbox with photos of him in bed with Mark. And they keep asking me, do you think that he would get exposed? And I'm like, I don't know, because nobody's talking. There has been no lawsuits. And they keep saying, well, these people have gone to LAPD. LAPD knows all about it, and they refuse to press charges. Because what ends up happening is LAPD calls Mark.
Just come to the Storm show. Okay, go ahead.
Exactly. So I'll say allegedly he did all those things to those people, but I allegedly did. It's not allegedly that I saw photographic proof of all these things. And it's not allegedly that he grabbed me, kissed me unwanted, and was there to see me go through all the same things. So like I said, birds of a feather.
Do you think it's maybe a thing of, well, I want to have sex with these men or boys, coming from his perspective, not mine. I want to do this, but I'm not actually going to penetrate. I'm just going to keep him next to me. That way you're not actually gay.
I think like I would say for the person I know who said that Mark was involved with him in the early 90s, I think then it was just like experimenting, like just being around another male who you felt could be your mate.
Right,
and you
right.
possibly don't want to penetrate them, but you want to have certain aspects of a relationship with them. And I think it has now transitioned to him actually penetrating them. And he has a type. If you are exotic or Spanish, he's interested. There is one person who is white, but majority of the boys he goes after are exotic or Latin. And I would love for his actual victims to come out. They want to, but they're scared. They're scared of him because, like I said, he's friends with LAPD. I'm personally not scared of him, but other people are. So hopefully they can either come to your platform or find somewhere to reveal their truth.
It's Storm Show. Ay, it's Storm Show.